Hey everyone, welcome back to the Incredible India podcast series. I'm Sam, and joining me today for another exciting deep dive is Taylor.
Hi, Sam. It's great to be here. Yeah, really looking forward to diving into these train journeys. They're
Yeah,
pretty special.
absolutely. So today we're taking a deep dive into five really breathtaking train journeys across India, looking at its incredibly diverse landscapes. We've pulled some great stuff from our sources, particularly great holiday ideas.
Hmm.
And the idea is, to give you a bit of a shortcut to being properly well informed about these routes. Our mission really is to pull out those surprising details, the unique perspectives.
Yeah, the things you don't always get from a glossy brochure.
Exactly. So you can appreciate what really makes them stand out beyond just, a nice picture.
And that's the thing, isn't it? These journeys, they're not just about getting from A to B. They genuinely challenge what you think you know. You get views that honestly make you put your phone down. And more than that, they reveal these layers of history, engineering, culture,
Mm.
stuff that travel magazines often just skim over.
Okay.
So, yeah, we're going to try and uncover what makes each one tick, what makes it a real window into kind of the soul of the country.
Okay, fantastic. Let's kick things off then with the first one, the Darjeeling Himalayan Railway. It's a UNESCO heritage site, the famous toy train. It sounds like a visual feast, right? But what really elevates it?
Well, the views of Kanchenjunga, that's the world's third highest peak, are just phenomenal. But it's how the journey presents it.
How so?
It's not static. With every curve the train takes, the perspective shifts. Sometimes the mountains framed perfectly by, say, rhododendrons. Other times it just looms, completely dominating the horizon. It's quite dynamic.
Ah, right.
And if you want that really magical shot, that golden crown moment at sunrise, you definitely need to aim for a morning trip. Oh, and a tip for photographers. Try and get a seat on the right side when you're heading uphill. That's where the best views tend to unfold.
Good tip. Okay, and you hear a lot about the Bateja Loop. It's often called pure magic. How does that fit into the experience? Is it just an engineering thing?
Oh, it's much more than that. I mean, yes, the engineering is brilliant. 19th century genius. The train literally loops around, spiraling over itself to gain height.
Wow.
And suddenly you're at 7,000 feet with this incredible 360-degree view.
Yeah.
And it's pretty magical. There's also a war memorial there, which adds this layer of history and reflection.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the sound, that whistle, the DHR's Himalayan horn, they call it. It's exactly the same sound it made back in the 1880s.
Really? Unchanged?
Unchanged. It's this sharp, nostalgic blast. You see locals, kids, they still stop and wave when they hear it, and the way the echo changes. Sometimes it's muffled by the forest, other times it carries for miles across the valleys. It's part of the whole sensory package.
So you're hearing history, feeling it, and seeing it too, I suppose, with those famous tea gardens, those
Yeah.
vast green carpets.
Exactly. They're not just scenery, they're living history. This is where the world-famous Darjeeling tea comes from.
Right.
And because the train moves so slowly, you actually see the tea pluckers at work. These tiny figures moving through the bushes, creating these amazing geometric patterns on the hillsides.
Mm-hmm.
The stretch between Kursong and Darjeeling is probably the best for that. Just walls of vibrant green against this bright blue sky. It really pulls together the views, the history, the sound, the whole culture.
It sounds incredible. Okay, from those misty mountains, let's switch tracks, metaphorically speaking. We're heading to another colonial legacy, but this time through pine forests, the Kalka-Shimla Railway. You mentioned engineering marvels before. This sounds like another one.
Oh, absolutely. This one's a testament to sheer determination. Built by the British, finished in 1903, it covers 96 kilometers of really tough mountainous terrain.
How tough are we talking?
Well, think about this. 102 tunnels and 864 bridges.
Wow, that many.
Yes, it's staggering. You've got the longest tunnel, Barrag Tunnel, number 33. It even has a bit of a ghost story attached to it. Apparently, the original engineer made a mistake.
Oh.
And, well, the story goes, he haunts it.
Oh, spooky.
Adds a little something. And the bridges, some are just beautiful, like the Gano Bridge, this elegant curve with 34 arches. When you think this was all done in the early 1900s, with that era's technology, it's incredible they're still standing strong.
It really is. And does this journey change much depending on when you go? You mentioned the Darjeeling train has best times.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
The Kalka-Shimla line transforms dramatically with the seasons. Summer is all vibrant green, wildflowers, lovely cool air.
Nice.
Monsoon. Well, that's intense. Super lush forests, temporary waterfalls everywhere, lots of mist. Very atmospheric.
Okay.
Autumn brings this beautiful golden light, crystal clear mountain views. And winter. Winter can be like a fairy tale, the whole landscape dusted in snow, like riding through a Christmas card, literally. Sometimes icicles even form on the train.
So it's a different trip every time. If you were trying to capture that photographically, where should you aim your camera?
Good question. Baroque Station is great for that classic shot of the whole train curving around the mountain.
Right?
The section between Kandigat and Taradevi offers these amazing deep valley views. You see little villages way down below.
Ah.
And as you get closer to Shimla, you get these really dramatic Himalayan panoramas. Early morning light is best for those. Oh, and don't forget the stations themselves. Places like Solan, Taradevi, Shogi, they're perfectly preserved, full of that colonial charm. Great photo ops.
Okay, fascinating. So from the cool pines, let's make another big shift. Down to the coast now, the Konkan Railway. This is where mountains meet the Arabian Sea, right? Another engineering feat, I gather.
A modern one this time, but yes, absolutely audacious. You've got the Western Ghats Mountains basically plunging straight into the sea.
Tricky terrain.
Very. So the railway had to navigate that. It involves 91 tunnels and over 2,000 bridges. It creates this sort of peekaboo effect. You're constantly darting in and out of tunnels into bright sunlight, then darkness, then another stunning view.
Sounds quite dynamic.
It is. And some of those bridges, the Panvel Nadi Viaduct, for instance, it's huge, 64 meters high, like a 20-story building, and over 400 meters long. You cross it really quickly, but that feeling of being suspended way up high,
Yeah,
that stays with you.
I can imagine. And the natural beauty, especially during the monsoon, you hear a lot about waterfalls.
Oh, the monsoon transforms it. Waterfalls everywhere. The absolute highlight is Dudhsagar Falls. The name means sea of milk.
Ah, yeah.
It's this massive four-tiered waterfall. The train crosses a bridge right in front of it. Sometimes the spray actually hits the windows. It's just raw, wild nature right there.
Incredible.
And then there are the beaches. You glimpse these stretches of golden sand, totally unspoiled. Wild beaches like Guagar, Kunkeshwar. See fishing boats out on the water. It's a side of coastal India you don't always see.
So it's not just engineers and nature, there's a cultural side too. And maybe food.
Definitely. It's a feast for the senses.
Mm.
You see the culture shift as you travel. The colorful Konkani houses, the different architectural styles as you cross state lines from Maharashtra to Goa, then Karnataka. You catch glimpses of daily life women in traditional saris, fishermen with their nets, and the food. Oh, the station food is part of the adventure.
Like what?
Well, at Ratnagiri, you have to get Alfonso mangoes if they're in season. Madgone in Goa. Try the rose omelet. It's this spicy omelet dipped in curry.
Sounds interesting.
Further south in Karnataka, you might find neer dosa or amazing Mangalorean fish curry. And at the smaller stops, local women sell homemade snacks right by the train. Things like sol kadi, which is this refreshing kokum drink, crispy fried bomble fish, sweet modax. It's just wonderful, authentic local life.
Wow, that really does sound like it engages all the senses.
Okay, let's head further south now. The Nilgiri Mountain Railway, a little glue train in southern India. What's unique about this one? I heard something about special technology. Yes. This one's famous for its rack and pinion system. It's how it tackles really steep gradients. We're talking 1 in 12.5, which is seriously steep for a train.
Rack and pinion, how does that work?
Basically, there's a third rail, a toothed rack rail, laid between the main tracks. The locomotive has these special cogwheels, or pinions underneath, that engage with the teeth on the rack.
Ah, I see.
It literally pulls the train up the slope, like a climber using gears. It's ingenious, really.
Yeah.
A 19th century technology that's still working perfectly.
Amazing. And the journey itself. I've heard about misty forests. Yes, the route from Mettupalayam up to Udi goes through these beautiful eucalyptus forests. The air smells incredible, really fresh and distinctive. And yeah, the mist is calm and it rolls in and out, creating this sort of dreamy, almost otherworldly feel. Then suddenly it clears and you get these stunning views.
Sounds lovely. Any wildlife.
Oh, yes. People call it a safari on rails.
Mm.
Because the train moves quite slowly, you have a decent chance of spotting wildlife. It passes near sanctuaries.
Like what sort of animals?
Wild elephants, gar, that's Indian bison, various types of deer. And birds. It's a haven for bird watchers. Over 300 species, including some endemics like the Nilgiri flycatcher and the Nilgiri laughing thrush. The slow pace is actually great for spotting them.
A safari on rails. I like that. And what about the stations? Are they as charming as the train?
They really are. Stepping onto stations like Coonoor, Wellington, or Udi feels like stepping back in time. They've kept that colonial era architecture, the flower baskets, the vintage signs.
Hmm.
Coonoor even has this lovely little tea room where you can grab a cup of local Nilgiri tea. And the cool thing is, they still use some of the old systems like token systems for signaling, manual levers. It's not just a museum piece, it's living history, still working. It completes that feeling of traveling back in time.
Fantastic. Okay, one last journey to cover, the Vistadone experience on the Araku Valley Railway. And this sounds modern, focused on the views.
Exactly. This is all about maximizing the visual experience. These Vistadome coaches or something else?
What makes them different?
They're basically moving observation decks, huge glass roofs that actually curve down into the sides of the carriage.
Oh, wow.
So you get proper 360-degree uninterrupted views. You're not just looking out a window, you're in the landscape. They even use anti-glare glass, so it's comfortable to look out.
That sounds incredibly immersive.
Yeah.
And the Araku Valley itself, it's quite dramatic terrain, isn't it?
Very much so. The journey feels a bit like a roller coaster, actually. It goes through 58 tunnels and across numerous valleys.
Hmm.
There's this one moment, Tunnel 42. You emerge from the darkness straight onto this bridge, almost 100 feet high, crossing the Sharada Valley. With all that glass around you, it feels like you're literally floating in midair for a second. Whoa!
Yeah. It's that constant shift, dark tunnel, then bam,
Yep.
huge valley panorama. Keeps you on the edge of your seat. And it's not just nature. You get glimpses of the local tribal culture, too.
Oh, really? Like what?
You might see colorful dimsa dancers if you're lucky, the unique style of Araku homes, maybe coffee beans laid out to dry on plantations during harvest time, artisans selling crafts made from pineapple fiber. The train actually slows down in certain spots specifically for viewing these things.
That's thoughtful. So for the photographers listening, this sounds like a dream. Any tips for getting the best shots from a Vistadome coach?
Definitely a photographer's dream. The coaches have these special viewing decks, often at the ends, and the seats sometimes rotate 180 degrees.
Oh, handy.
Very. For a key shot, try the left side after Vishakhapatnam. As the train curves around Sankaram Hill, you can frame the shot to include some ancient Buddhist caves on the hillside.
Nice.
And a pro tip, early morning trips are fantastic, especially between tunnels 36 and 40. You often get this beautiful mist hanging in the valleys. Using the rotating seats or the viewing deck helps you avoid reflections and capture that really ethereal atmosphere. It's just incredibly photogenic.
It sounds like it. Okay, so that's five incredible but very different railway journeys.
Absolutely. To quickly recap, we've seen how these historic railways offer such unique ways to experience India, from the high Himalayas down to the Arabian coast.
Right.
We've touched on UNESCO sites, amazing colonial engineering, feats of modern tech, stunning nature, and just these really charming local encounters.
Yeah, it seems these journeys cater to everyone, whether you're a train buff, a nature lover, or just curious about culture. Each one tells its own story, doesn't it? It's not just travel. It's like looking through a window into India's heart.
Well put. They really are about connecting with the country on a deeper level, one view, one story at a time. It makes you think, doesn't it? Which railway adventure would you dream of exploring next?
A great question to ponder.
And if you do decide to travel to India, we have a recommendation.
Five Senses Tours organizes tours across India, which are immersive cultural experiences. You can email contact at fivesensestools.com or WhatsApp to plus 919-845-677-446.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into India's incredible train journeys.
Until next time.